Hey guys, you may have seen me in the same outfit several times recently because I'm filming many videos today. So let's hop in. I have a video all about some tips for picky eater toddlers. My little boy is 2.5 and he is totally a picky eater. Sometimes these things don't work, but sometimes they do. And I know it's really hard sometimes to get them to eat things that you want them to eat instead of eating the same stupid thing every freaking day forever and ever. So I hope that these are kind of helpful for you guys. Like I said, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but they're still my tips. So let's hop in. Number 1, sneaking healthy stuff inside of things that they like. So for example, I like to put hemp seeds in grilled cheese and quesadillas, and I like to put chia seeds in peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, because seeds are packed full of good nutrition, good nutrients, all kinds of good stuff in there, and when you throw them inside of other tasty things that they like, most of the time they're not gonna notice it. So far, he's never noticed it. So chia seeds have a very similar consistency to like the seeds in jelly, like in strawberry jelly anyway. So we make a strawberry jelly and peanut butter sandwich and he doesn't even notice the chia seeds are in there. And then also with the hemp seeds, they're super soft, so you totally don't even notice the texture inside of a quesadilla or a grilled cheese sandwich, and you definitely don't notice any kind of flavor because it's not like a ton. I put like maybe half a teaspoon or something in each of those. Number 2, give in to his healthy cravings. So Calvin has gone through phases where he loves bananas or he loves apples or he's totally digging grapes, and I feed into those. If he's digging grapes this week, I'm gonna buy a lot of grapes and give them to him all the time, because at least it's a whole healthy food. I know it's still sweet, it's still sugar, but it's a whole natural sugar, and at least he's eating something that's not processed junk. So when he starts to like healthy things on his random little crazy whims, I totally feed into those until he gives up on it and moves on to the next thing. Number 3, incentive. And I know this is kind of controversial, but we totally use the iPad as incentive. Say, take a bite and I'll let you play on the iPad while you eat your dinner. And while he's zoning out on the iPad and I say, hey, take a bite or else I'm gonna take the iPad, he is so quick to take bites of his food. I know, it's terrible. It really is, because sometimes he'll be sitting at his chair and he's like, iPad? He's like, eat lunch, iPad? And it's like, no, you only get the iPad when I like desperately need you to eat your lunch, you know? So we do use that as incentive. We also use dessert as incentive. Like if you finish your meal, you can have a cookie before bed or whatever. We love sweets. We are definitely a dessert kind of family. We always have snacks before bed. If you guys have watched any of my like what I ate today videos, you know that I'm eating snacks before bed like every day. So we use that as an incentive as well. So yeah, I mean, I know it's controversial, but honestly, it's what we do. Number 4, and this is a new one. We use baby brother. Since Eren has started eating some little foods with us, we will threaten to give all of Calvin's food to Eren. So if Cal's not eating his grilled cheese, we'll take a bite of his grilled cheese and hold it up to Eren and say, I'm gonna give it to Eren. Eren wants the grilled cheese. And Calvin's like, no, Calvin's grilled cheese. And so he'll like eat it. So it doesn't work all the time, but it's an interesting, it's a funny, humorous little situation when it does. We're not gonna actually feed Eren a grilled cheese. He's not big enough for that yet, but just threatening to let him have his brother's food. Calvin is so not about sharing yet, so he definitely gets offended by it and he will start to eat it if we threaten to give it away. Number 5, switch things up. And I don't mean like give a new meal every night. I know that like our pediatrician in particular recommends that we feed Cal whatever we are eating as a family, and we don't always do that. When it's something that I just know he's not gonna want, I'll give him like maybe a bite of that on his plate, let him choose if he wants to eat it, but also make him his own meal as well. He like literally pretty much never eats that bite, but just having it on his plate makes me feel a little better. So some nights we will make him his own special meal and let him eat what he wants to eat, like tacos or whatever, and we'll have chili or whatever. Chili is one that I use as an example a lot because our chili tends to be a little more spicy and he's not gonna eat that. I don't really want him to eat that spicy stuff, you know? So I'll make him his own separate meal on some days and I'll make him eat our dinner on some days too. So that's what I mean by switching it up. Some days give him what he wants and some days make him eat what you want him to eat. So I don't always force him to eat what we're eating, but I try, it's probably like an every other day kind of thing that I will try to make him eat what we're eating as a family, because you know how it is, like I don't want to cook a separate meal for everybody. My husband's picky enough as it is. He is also a meat eater. He eats dairy and all that stuff, and I don't eat any of that stuff. So it's like 3 separate freaking meals, and I'm not about that life. So trying to gradually incorporate more of the grown-up food into Calvin's food, you know, it's gonna take a long time, but we try to switch it up a little bit. And lastly, vitamins. Tasty vitamins. Calvin has the little Flintstones guys that apparently taste yummy because he likes them. He thinks they're just candy. And I feel good because he's actually getting a little bit of nutrition in some form from those guys. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any tips, leave them below because I'm sure other people want to hear them and I want to hear them too because, like I said, some days are good days and some days are not good days. So leave any kind of tips that you have down below and I will talk to you guys next time.